just want to start off by kind of acknowledging, where we are in the season. We're 1-11. Things have not gone the way we planned. It's very frustrating, but I just got to give a lot of credit and kudos to our players. They've done a great job of handling it. It's not easy, obviously, coming into work day to day and dealing with the frustrations, but the guys have been upbeat. They continue to work hard. They've been positive. They've been coachable. Just doing things the right way, and I'm just so glad to be working with these group of players. And so, just want to give a lot of love to our guys, especially on the defensive side, who've done a great job all year.
Why was it important for you to say that? I know after the Brian situation on Sunday, I asked him. He said all of that had to do with what's built up for the season. You mentioned frustrations. Well, why did you feel it was important to come out and say that today?
Just because it's true. We all have moments where we're not at our best, and when we make poor decisions. And he'll acknowledge that, and I'm guilty of it as well. But I think at the end of the day, it's just keeping those moments as moments and getting ourselves back and really focusing on the bigger picture. And I just think our guys have done a phenomenal job at that.
Just kind of building off of what you said, even as the offense has struggled this year, even as coaching changes have happened, how has the defense been able to be so consistent?
Well, great leadership from the players. The coaching staff have done a great job. And, I'm so fortunate that, I've been with a coach like Dom Capers, who has so much perspective and who over the years has seen it all. And, the one thing he harped it on us last year, and this year is no different, just about staying positive and really not worrying too much about the outcomes and worrying more about our process and how we do things day to day. And, if those things are in alignment, we'll get the results that we want.
When it comes to the secondary, Coach Cooley and those guys, why have they been able to be so consistent despite all the injuries you've had back there?
Yeah, collective effort. Coach Cooley, Coach Watts, Coach Hall, Coach Maffei, they've all done a great job. And, it's been a collective effort of, keeping the guys that we have that are healthy, keeping them in tune, getting the game plan details worked out, but also when we get new guys in, getting those guys caught up, getting them up to speed, getting them ready to play. So it's been a heck of a job by all of those guys just working through it all.
You see Coach Hall with those guys, and he's a rookie coach in the NFL, period. What have you seen from him that might make him, have a larger role down the road?
Well, he's a rookie coach, but he's has a lot of experience, and I think you get to a certain part of your career as a player, you have just as much expertise as the coaches, and that's what you see. Obviously there's some things that he's going to continue to grow at and get better at, but he really knows the game. He knows how to communicate. He's passionate. He has all the right stuff to be a good coach.
You guys have gotten more work out of Wormley the last couple of weeks. I mean, for a guy to come in mid-season, what have you seen from him? Is he in a spot where he can potentially do more?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's done a great job, and he came in, but he's played in this system before, and he has a lot of experience in the league. He understands football, and so as soon as he was healthy and ready to go, we weren't too worried about the transition. We knew that as soon as he was ready, he would be able to play and play effectively right away.
How are you preparing for the potential of having either Carr or Winston as the quarterback?
Yeah, no, it's a challenge. They're both high-level players. They both have things that that they're really, really good at. Their skill sets are a little bit different, and so. But the one thing we know is that even though that they're different players and they have different strengths, the one thing is that the offense is going to stay consistent, and so we're more preparing for what the Saints do offensively than anything else.
What were your words for Brian after the game Sunday, and advice on how he handles those moving forward?
Yeah, just we can't do anything to hurt the team. So he'll acknowledge it. He'll be the first one to acknowledge it, and like I said earlier, we all have moments that we wished we could redo. But I am very positive that and confident that moving forward, he's going to handle things the right way.
Jeremy's been getting back into the action here. Obviously, earlier in the season, he saw a big droppage in his usage. Do you feel like that'll change as he gets back to being more healthy again, or is it just going to be week to week?
Yeah, he'll definitely. Jeremy's a weapon. We got to utilize him. We got to get him in the game, and so as we work through it, he'll definitely be a big part of it. What we do.
Ejiro, you guys have worked to improve, the defense as far as the run defense as far as yards per carry. You brought that down a lot, but you're still ranked very high on the list as far as explosive runs against the defense. How have you guys through that to kind of get it up to where the passing defense is?
Yeah, no, it's a challenge. You know, we've definitely covered a lot of ground, and we've improved. We're not where we want to be in the run game or in the pass game, so that's always our goal each week. How can we improve? How can we get better? And then you mitigate that between what you need to do against each individual opponent to make sure that you have a successful weekend. But yeah, it's definitely a work in progress.
I know you got games left, but would you like to be considered for the head coaching job after the season?
I'm not too worried about that, honestly. There's too much. There's not enough time to focus in on what I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to just beat the Saints. That's it.
Have you even talked to David Tepper or anybody about that?
I have not.
J.C. Horner was back last week, was on a bit of an inch gap, but what does he bring to this defense? What can he add?
Well, we believe a lot in his ability. We think he's a high-end talent at that corner position, and as he continues to get his legs back underneath him, we know that he's going to be a big part of what we do.
Derek Brown is quietly having a career season. What have you seen from him recently?
Well, not just recently, the whole year, he's been a force. He's a dominant run player. He plays with great effort. It's been really cool to see how he's progressed in terms of his football understanding and knowledge. He's a leader in the locker room. And just even in our meetings, he's detailed, he's focused, he's taking everything in, he's asking good questions. And when he gets on the field, he plays hard. That's the best thing about him. It's like the way he plays exemplifies the way we want to play as a defense. He runs to the ball, he plays with great effort, he doesn't take any plays off. And for a man that's 340 pounds or so, whatever he is, it's pretty impressive what he can do and the stamina he plays with.
JC was on a snap count last week. Do you anticipate?
You said JC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will he be on? I anticipate he'll get more work. Y'all said that already, but will he be full go this week or still limited?
Yeah, still kind of working through that. But yeah, we're definitely going to try to increase what he's doing.
Where's Shaquill at in terms of his acclimation to the defense, and how close do you feel like he can be to?
He's doing a great job. He had an interception to practice today. So, yeah, Shaquill is he's coming along. Really smart young man, learning the defense really fast, and he's definitely going to be part of the plans as we work down the stretch.
With playoffs not in the picture, how do you approach this next month or so, as a coordinator, as a coach?
Well, the message for everybody in the building, players, coaches, and it doesn't matter because we're being evaluated. And what we do, what we put on tape is our resume. And, when people start watching free agents or evaluating coaches after the season, they're not going to care about the score, and they're not going to care about where your team was, and they're not going to care about if you're out of the playoffs or not, right? And so that's the message to everybody, is that we have a job to do. We have to do it at a high level, and that's just the expectations. And if we do that, we'll be rewarded. Everybody will be rewarded. And if we don't, you'll pay the consequences for that.
We all good?
Don't know if it's been addressed. Apologies for being kind of a little bit late, but Taysom Hill, solving the riddle of Taysom Hill, is there a riddle there, or is he just straightforward and you just got to find the best way to get in his way?
Yeah, it's both. It is a riddle, and he's a very good player, and you can make the argument he's one of their most important players. But yeah, he's a tough guy to tackle in space, in the box. He's physical. He can do so many different things as a receiver, as a quarterback, and so we know it's going to be a tough challenge.